Hi, I'm Joy Hellman, and you are in my studio, and I am working on a project of destashing. I go through this, really about once every year. Once a year I do this. Because I feel that, first of all, as a mixed media artist, I am prone to collect stuff, and then my husband actually calls me art squirrel because of this characteristic and the way I collect things. You know, as a mixed media artist, it's important to really um, get rid of the things that you're no longer using, and maybe even destash them. Choose someone that you want to share your material with, that you feel they would get something from it, when you no longer are getting the same thing from your material. Anyway, you know, I think that as mixed media artists, we collect a lot of things that we look at and are so fascinated with the idea of it that we collect it sometimes and really don't use it in our art. That's one of the things that I do that I would like to change. Um, I know that, as someone who is very, very creative and very, very inspired by things, I sometimes can lose my focus because there's so many possibilities when you're doing the creative process. And so my question to you is uh, on focus and how you keep yourself focused as an artist. How do you discipline yourself to keep going with a particular thing that you have started and come to the conclusion and finish it and reach some kind of a result? Um, I know for me, because I am so, you know, inspired by my environment because I work with kids, for one thing. I'm always doing new things, and so I have to really, you know, set myself into some kind of a focus, so that I can feel productive. Because if not, I'm just flitting from one thing to the other. Um, okay, so the question I have for you, and I need for you to think about this, is in your own work, how do you maintain your own focus? How do you keep your focus? Um, uh, when I do a group on Facebook and I create the group, for example, I have created a group on drawing for 30 days. I find that just a little bit of reinforcement, and really being accountable to at least one more person helps me to continue my own process, that I've started. Um, I think though that it's more important. I mean, it's good to have other people that hold you accountable, but more than anything, it's important that you hold yourself accountable. So you make a commitment to yourself as an artist to continue your practice, whatever it is that you're doing as an artist, that you continue. So holding yourself accountable is also important. But also having a group that you can feel that you have support, and a little bit of reinforcement to what you're doing, is also a good thing. So I want to also talk to you about, you know, starting something. How are you inspired with in your work, in your art? Um, everybody's inspired in a different way. Um, I'm inspired by just so many things that, you know, I'm always inspired. So it's hard for me to really say exactly, word for word, exactly what I'm inspired by, because I have so many things that inspires me. Um, Both on the outside as well on the inside. So, I may be doing a particular study, or I might be reading a particular book, or I might be looking through a magazine, or I might be going outside for a walk. Um, you know, um, Kind of, do a little reflection on what inspires you as an artist. Because part of the process of learning about yourself as an artist is to really reflect and evaluate how you work as an artist. What works for you? What doesn't work for you? What inspires you? What keeps you going as an artist? What takes care of what, how are you focused? How do you stay focused? How do you maintain your practice? All these things are important questions to ask yourself as an artist that is always growing and developing and expanding. Um, Hopefully, you find that you are always changing in your work, that you're always experimenting, that you're always exploring. Um, for me, I'm doing that all the time, and you know, um, I don't know what I'm going to be doing, the next week. That's pretty much it, because it kind of depends. But I do know that the thing that I love most about my work as an artist is that it's always evolving. It's always organically evolving, which means that it's not something that I intellectualize. It's simply something, it's based on myself and based on who I am. And it's based on my expression and my reflection of what's going on in my life. And that's always changing. Um, and in fact, that should be, you should actually change as an artist as you change as a person. Um, so anyway, these are some of the things that I want to talk to you about. And they will be other topics that we will talk about in here too. Um, I will set up a discussion that you can share if you would like on Facebook, and it's going to be based on the creative process. So if you're interested in discussing or interested in sharing in on some of the topics, you can go to the Joy of Art Studio or Joy Hellman, and I will be putting this on the events in Facebook, and I will be probably starting this in the latter part of September. And I'm really, really, excited about hearing from you and what your creative process is. So thank you. Bye-bye.